Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Breath of Fire 3. I'm the Mysterious JG. Sorry, I have to turn down the sound before I go deaf here. And I just got done with a session of trying to figure out, because I'm getting really close to the end of this LP and I'm starting to feel bad about it, trying to figure out how to get the music to be at the proper speed. Because the soundtrack for this game is really good. For all my complaints about other things about this game, I mean, I've been told Zerfall, chatting online, that I was growing to hate this game during the sushi quest. It's just, I don't know, I think if I was playing it on its own without playing something else at the same time, I probably wouldn't be having as much a problem with it, but I keep comparing this game and Final Fantasy 13 and picking out the biggest flaws in both. But the soundtrack for this game is awesome. So I was trying my other PS1 emulator, the one that I used with Boba the Vulture to play Metal Gear Solid. And when I run the recorder with that, I don't get any sound slowdown, but I'm starting to sound really, it's weird though, it still doesn't sound right, and I realized that whether you're running the recorder with that or not, it slows down the music, but not as much as it slows it down. Long story short, I think the next time I do a PS1 game, I'm going to do a convoluted setup where I'm actually running it through my desktop and using the high-def capture card just so that no system resources are being taken, blah-de-blah-de-blah. It's not gonna be fixed on this video. So, what exactly were we up to? It's been a little while since I recorded. I have to tell you though, I'm glad I'm not switching emulators, because I figured out how I could get the other emulator, EPSX whatever, to read the PSX. The memory card files would have worked, so I couldn't have just used save states. What I would have had to do is pick up the save state and get us to a point where we could use the in-game save system, and then I could switch over, and it would have been fine. Oh, now I know where we were going, yeah. It would have been fine, it would have worked great, except that that emulator is just a bit... It just likes to get a bit glitchy, it seems, sometimes. It really does a good job, but it loves to not work very well with Windows and have stability issues. I found a Barbarossa. Oh, great, I'm gonna have a bunch of people writing in telling me how my Panzer General strategy is wrong. I have some dude who's been writing in. His Panzer General's been over for a year now. I've got a guy who's writing in to tell me that you should play with hidden units turned off, because when I play that game, I'll use the default settings, which are you can only see units that are within the visual range. Point out the initiative, fantastic. You can only see units that are in the visual range of your own military. Like, it's a strategy game where you control units, and you don't just see where everybody in the enemy force is, you can only see them if your units are close enough to them that they should be able to see them. This guy keeps writing in to tell me how I'm doing it wrong, and I should be setting all units to be visible, and also all my units should be visible from the computer, and it's way more interesting and challenging that way. And I wrote back and I'm like, no, that's cheating. You wouldn't know exactly where your enemies are. This guy's written 5 comments on the topic. There's something about Panzer General where people just lecture you. It's like, no, you're wrong. He's like this lengthy, in-depth explanation of how it's more realistic to play the game where you can see all units and have perfect, 100% up-to-date satellite recon intelligence. And I don't know why I'm telling you guys about it. I'm sure you're not interested, except that... Just, wow. I guess I can vent about it here because I know they're not watching this video. You found Skilink. And as I play with PSX emulators, I'm also trying to figure out how to play Allied General, the PSX version of that. Because there's a not particularly good PS1 port of the game, but since the PC version of the game won't work on my computer under any circumstance, I was going to try that. The emulators don't play the PSX version of it properly. It's cursed. And as I put work into trying to figure this out, I'm still getting feedback from people who are just telling me a year after it's over, you did everything wrong. Like, you didn't even use the proper in-game settings. Forget your strategy. You didn't use the in-game settings I prefer. I used the default in-game settings. No, you should have modified them in this way that I like. Shut up. I don't know why I keep going after this this group here, the Codger and Robot, and running away from everyone else, but I am. Momo learned Raise the Dead. She learned to heal the sick, raise the dead, and drive them little boys out their head. Woo! Interesting. She's still picking up skills, like, just innate Momo skills that she's not learning from a master. Can you climb on those? No. Ah, I think we are about to fix the satellite hookup. So we'll be able to communicate with Ric Flair across large distances. Woo.
It reads, align on the portal antenna. Do you want to keep reading?
Yes.
Change the facing of the antenna with the directional button. Look for the angle with the least amount of noise. When you find it, press the X button to end alignment. Do you want to align the antenna?
Jack, would you like to save? Nina just stretches. Yeah, I knew it had to be over here somewhere, because we're trying to point at that other shore. Well, I just hit the X button on my keyboard, but that's not what's mapped to X on the PlayStation, so... Antenna alignment complete. Who knows how awesome that musical thing sting would have sounded if I had fixed these problems. But no, at this point, it would involve using two computers, and I was like, ugh. Breath of Fire 3, getting the awesome soundtrack correct might be a lost cause. Maybe I'll do a video. Well, either I'll fix it in the next video, or I could just do a video where I use a new setup and just go to, because I did get at the Fairy Village the soundtrack. I could just do a whole soundtrack video. Portal Driver interactive mode engaged. Alright, well that was the point of this whole area, so... I was wondering if this went somewhere. Dragonfly. You know, unless I've already forgotten it, and that's not impossible in this game, we never had a boss battle against a golden fly that just looks exactly like a weak little fly, regular enemy, but is a boss. That is a Breath of Fire tradition that I actually kind of enjoyed. Breath of Fire, the bosses in the original Breath of Fire game were very tiresome because there was no variety. They just... Avatar learned Bone Break. Bone Break is ready. Usable at fixed intervals. Okay, I don't know what that means. I didn't mean to do that. But, I mean, they were boring. There was no variety. You just attack, like, maybe twice before you have to heal, and then attack and heal. The game didn't have a whole hell of a lot of buffing and debuffing. I don't remember having much of that anyway. It wasn't a particularly complex combat system. You pretty much had to grind until you were strong enough to beat something if you had a full supply of healing items in your inventory. And the boss battles always seemed to take forever. It was more of an endurance test than you know, test of like coming up with strategies to defeat specific attacks. All that being said, I just found it really funny that they pulled out a dragonfly that was like a fly enemy that was like super deadly. Although I got tired of the generals who turned into some kind of frog or something. That was bad news, man. I should not have stuck around and fought these guys. They messed us up a bit. So I was expecting there would be some kind of a boss around here. I guess not. So this didn't go anywhere useful. Unless there's something hidden there, and it doesn't seem like there is. No dragon gene form. See, this place has cool music that we're just not hearing. I mean, we're hearing it, but... If we had an item that made random encounters never occur at all, we could just run around after a while and just go to different dungeons and listen to the cool music, because I don't think every single dungeon theme is going to be available as a music at the sound test, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they will all be available. And again, Sushi Quest put me in a bad mood. I get maybe it's just dependent on mood. Now I'm into it. Well, for one thing, I won't have time to get more than maybe 1 or 2 videos at the most done during this session because of the timing of when I started. But now I kind of feel like playing this game. Matter of fact, I might get a text here while I'm recording, which will indicate that it's time to wrap this and get on the road. So I could go this way. No, that just leads to clues for that puzzle. I never really did quite figure that thing out. Just kept messing with different settings until it worked. We've had several characters level up, so I need to apparently... Now, the only guy who arguably shouldn't be leveling up is Avatar, because, mild spoilers, there's one last master available, which is generally recommended you give to Avatar. And if I wanted Avatar to learn his skills, it would be good if I waited till Avatar is apprenticed to that guy before Avatar starts leveling up. But, I mean, let's face it, folks, we haven't had a boss battle that challenged us in a while. We are over-leveled, and I'm not expecting big trouble in winning this game. Reaper enemies seem pretty wussy. They probably have automatic death spells that I just got lucky and they didn't use. Okay. I do believe we are, yeah, we can go back and forth now. Great. So what I probably need to do, possibly off-screen, is, I need to, take Pico back to that one master that he had. See if he's learned all of the skills that are still left to learn. See, now, this would be a point where I could theoretically save my game on a memory card and switch emulators, but I don't think that's going to help because as I played with it, I realized that other emulator is also not getting the music quite right. So people are in a different position from last time, so I think that did count as plot advancement. Pokebon. That is the most disgusting swear word in that creature's language. Instantaneous movements between 2 points. Instant transmission. No matter how far apart they are, certainly sounds like something a god would be capable of, doesn't it?
We worked so hard to get there, and then we're back in a flash. It's amazing, but it also makes me feel pretty silly.
Maybe your pink tights are making you feel silly, Nina.
Somehow I get the feeling no matter how hard I study, I'll never be able to figure out how the portals work.
I hate to say it, but she's probably right. There are so many things in the world that we don't understand. There are more things on heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamed of in your philosophy. I don't like that. I want a world with 2 or 3 simple facts that the ignorant can understand. Let's check out the master list. The master list, Chris Masters. Pandora. So we need to get Plant Boy to learn all of Pandara's stuff. Oh, but we gotta... Oh, I forgot. These are the, Got these. Woo! But we've also got the world's best cook, the quintuplet brother, the quintuplet sister, There was 4 of those quintuplet folks. Did I not talk to all of them? I guess it's possible that if we went back to dice, Nina would have more stuff to learn, but it's probably too early for that to be worthwhile. Definitely want to rest, because I did waste the Avatar's magic. We didn't really use very much magic and all that. So yeah, if I was going to do any more grinding in this game to try to get like 100% of the skills, well, I mean, you've noticed that you can learn skills by observing enemies. And certainly, I haven't bothered to do that in a very long time. So I believe there are skills that can only be learned that way that we've missed. It might be possible to backtrack and find a way to do that, but... Oh, and here's something else. Somebody pointed this out to me. I kind of blanked on it, but there's a fishing spot down here. So, just for the hell of it, I guess we'll take a look at this. But you can... Well, you know what? I know why this is worth it. And I think I was dimly aware of this, and somebody reminded me that there's a... Some of the best items in the game are only available from this merchant. That there is a... No, don't retry. There's a... No... Well, what the hell button do I press to... Thank you. I was trying to figure this out. But there is a Manilo here, which sells, like, the best stuff that you can get, because it's not available in any regular old town, and... He's gonna keep following us. They don't make them... They're much easier to catch in this game than they were in 2. In 2, there's a real pain in the ass to catch these guys. I always wanted to save state as soon as I finally caught one. There's also rare fish and, like, Pokemon rare candies. You must collect the rare candies here, but, you know, whatever. Probably I'll have to catch them all if I actually... Gotta catch 'em all, rare fish. If I actually want to, Oh, he just comes right over. But if I actually wanted to, get all the... Master of Angling. Wow. Okay, that's a new title, I think. Yeah, obviously I can't buy any of this. What am I short? I need to get a whale, 3 spearfish, and a brandy to get the royal sword, which is, I think, the best sword in the game. And I believe can only be used by Avatar. The life armor... Same deal. I need to buy a bunch of... Well, what is Cupid's... That's nice, kind of. Oh, that would be pretty cool for 1 or 2 characters, but... Yeah, these are the 2 that are supposedly worth it. So off-screen, I might vaguely try to get these. But, it's not exactly necessary, you know? And I don't think I've really got the gear that I'd need to actually buy, or to actually catch a whale anyway. You need, like, the ultimate gear.
Deep diver, but I'm too long.
Oh, damn it, I totally messed that up. Oh. I managed to catch something. I wasn't actually... I was trying to just reel it back, because I screwed up. Maybe this is a Baranby, whatever. That would be nice, because I need to catch a bunch of them to get any of the super cool items. It'd be really nice, because they don't fight back that much at all. That's a man of war. Yeah, it seemed like that was way too easy for it to be one of the fish that you need to get the super items. I'm sure that all of them fight really hard. That was not right. That probably wasn't good enough either. Sorry, folks. I just want to see if I can actually attract the interest of a whale. I doubt that I've got a strong enough... Well, this might do it. Yeah, forget it. get out. And then what button do you press to find it? No, not that one. What kind of fish live here in this unexplored land? Target fish, man-o-war, flying fish, spearfish, question mark, Manillo. So, I'm not sure if this is even where you find the dang whales, the diddly dang whales. I'm also not 100% sure what we're supposed to be doing at this point, because we fixed the teleporter, and we got back to this area, but music here doesn't sound too bad. And no, it's definitely slowed down. Boo 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 boo. Oh no, it's my Jin Boo. Forgot what button does what for a second. Thought there was something going on there. There isn't. Looks like the automated ship's back. Did you come here on it? This is where we get our machine scrap. Where does it come from? I don't know. Where does it come from? Nadu. I thought maybe if we came here, something big would go down, but didn't really talk to everybody, so maybe I should have talked to everybody. Yeah, what did this do for us? Nothing, right? You feel a sense of awe come over you as you gaze upon the holy tree of life, Yggdrasil. We came here with that little plant guy and it didn't do anything, did it? Or maybe I thought we came here with him. It's been a little while since I actually recorded this. Did I save here? Let's get our plant buddy in here. Hey buddy, I'm just a plant. See if doing whatever we did with the teleporter helps out here. I'm wondering now if we're supposed to do something back in the part of the country we used to be able to hang around. I mean, the non-undiscovered land, the discovered land. Your voice echo in your heart. Could it be the voice of Yggdrasil in this world? In this land today, in this enclosed new world created by the goddess, the union of we humble servants of nature became an obstacle to her control, and so I was cut off from the rest. That's it? You don't have anything else to tell us? Okay. Kinda hoping to have a little bit more info from you than that. This might be a whole long video with a whole lot of nothing going on. Yeah, I mean, we fixed the satellite, but I don't actually know what to do next. So let's get our preferred party back together. And we'll go look at the satellite dish where we are now. We realigned it. Or rather, we realigned the one in the Black Tower or whatever back on the previous continent. I don't think talking to the people at the fairy village, or the fairies at the fairy village, will actually help us. So how do we get down there? This is the colony. Toxic man! Get a lot of experience in these guys. Oh, I just got a text. What Well, we're at the 24-minute mark. I can wait 6 minutes before I answer the text. And looks like some kind of machine. Maybe it has something to do with the room below. Again, why am I not wanting to end this video just a few minutes early when I've already established I don't really know what to do right at this second? Skill Inc. They're dropping items that used to be a real pain in the ass to get. Alright, so we've teleported back to former land. Maybe we can do something with this controller now. Current location, relive point A. Oh. Dragnir? Destination locked. Well, maybe this will do something. I think I just hit upon what's actually supposed to happen. Dragnir sounds like, might be Dragon Town. Clearly the game is going to have a Dragon Town at some point, right? Well, Breath of Fire 2 had Dragon Town. And it was, of course, very close to the end of the game when you found it. Wow, here we go. I probably should have Gar with me for this. Hey, you. Did you just leave that building? Oh boy, here we go. It's getting real. But now I'm getting more texts. So I think this might be a really good time to actually end it. What's this? Yeah, I'm going to call this a really good time to end the video, actually, because it's a big plot thing happening, folks. We just arrived at Dragon Town. Forget it, Jake. It's Dragon Town. I would have to assume that some plot shit's going to happen here. I mean, the tree Yggdrasil on the other side said something about how the goddess is trying to establish control and nature was getting in the way, so she's like destroying nature. Seems like a weird thing for a goddess to do, but maybe she's the ancient goddess of futuristic technology. But at any rate, the goddess basically ordered her followers to destroy the dragons, and now we found a city whose name, I don't know if this is actually going to turn out to be the Dragon City, but it certainly has a dragony name and dragony statues. And I feel like we're going to find out some dragony secrets in the next video. I'm the Mysterious JG. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. Please join me then. And it's just possible, since I did just save. Well, I wouldn't even need to. I could use the same emulator. It's just possible that I'll fix the sound problems next time, but I don't want to promise anything. Because, frankly, at this point, the LP is almost over. And the thing I could do to get the sound better would be a colossal pain in the ass. It's something I might want to get in the habit of doing for my next PSX, or my next PS1 RPG. And I've pretty much figured out what I'm going to LP next. But anyway, blah, blah, blah. Thanks for watching. Next time, folks, there's an old man at the Dragon Village who wants to talk to us. And I would have to assume it's about something other than asking us to prepare him sushi from various ingredients. Bye-bye, folks.